Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? If you have not heard yet, where you've been for the last hour, Deshaun Watson is not going to be a New Orleans Saint, nor will he be an Atlanta Falcon. He has made it Instagram official. Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown. So shunning the hometown Falcons, shunning the Saints, who had put together a heck of a sales pitch for Deshaun Watson, and taking the money. If you have not yet heard, if you wonder why, the Browns are giving Deshaun Watson a new deal. He's going to get $184 million over the first 4 years of the new contract. That's a $48 million raise over the $136 he was scheduled to make in those same 4 years. So basically a $12.5 million per year raise in that span. But to boil it down to its most basic level, Deshaun Watson's new contract in Cleveland is a 5-year deal with $230 million fully guaranteed. $230 fully guaranteed. Let me put that into perspective for you. According to Jake Trotter of ESPN, that is the most guaranteed money on a single contract in NFL history. The deal Aaron Rodgers just recently did at $150.7 million guaranteed had set the mark, barely eclipsing the deal Josh Allen did last year for $150 million guaranteed. The $450 million contract that Patrick Mahomes did had $141 guaranteed, and Dak Prescott's deal has $126 million guaranteed. So understand that Deshaun Watson, his new contract, is not only the most guaranteed money on a deal in NFL history, it beat the previous mark by $80 million. I mean, Dak's deal was 120. It went from 126 to 141 to 150 to 150.7 to 230. Damn right he took the money. I mean, Atlanta was emotion. Atlanta was an opportunity to go home. The Saints was the logical play. And I thought he was going to end up in New Orleans. And the reason why is the same reason that Tom Brady is going to play football next year. Anyone who has ever lived can understand this. You know the saying, time heals wounds. Why? Because as time goes on, you remove emotion from the moment and you allow logic to settle. Tom Brady allowed the emotion of his retirement to settle. He's at home and and as time goes on, he realizes, damn, I still got juice. I still want to do this. I miss my teammates. And so he's back. That's so common. Not just in sports, in life. Why do people say before you make a big decision, sleep on it? Why do they say sleep on it? Sleep on it. So you remove emotion, you clear your thoughts, you think logically instead of just impulsively making an emotional decision. That's what the Saints were hoping was going to happen this weekend. Deshaun Watson, man, take the weekend. But boy, the Falcons had the members of the Braves and the Hawks and Atlanta area rappers calling Deshaun Watson, trying to convince him to come home. But it was all about come home. Crappy organization, terrible roster, but it was all about home. The Saints were the logical play. But what a boss move by Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner. Mad respect. This billionaire basically stepped up and said, you know what? I don't want to lose. I've seen that, but not with billionaires throwing this kind of money. But I've seen it I get asked to MC auctions a lot of time, and sometimes there are dudes or ladies in auctions, and it's like people who got the money and they just want to win. It don't matter what it costs. It's just about saying, I'm not losing. You see it sometimes. And that it feels like that's what this is. The Browns were the first team eliminated. They were out. The Browns were out. The Panthers were out. It was down to the Saints, Falcons, and Jimmy Haslam came in and said, wait a minute. What if I give you the richest guaranteed money deal in the history of the NFL, and we best the previous mark by $80 million? Deshaun Watson said, all right, I'm in. Here's $230 million guaranteed. I mean, I know a lot of y'all have asked. Listen, from a Saints perspective, I am disappointed because it is so rare that you ever have an opportunity, as we've talked about a bunch, to get a quarterback of this caliber in his prime. Because teams that land on quarterbacks like this in their prime, they hold on to them forever because it's so hard to find them. I'm so disappointed, but equally relieved, because we talk about with recruiting a lot. Yeah, it stinks when you don't get someone. It's worse when they go to a team that you're going to have to play all the time. Same here. Like, it stinks that they didn't get Deshaun Watson. The Saints didn't get him. It would have been worse if you had to play him twice a year in Atlanta. So we are going to talk about what this means for New Orleans. The trade details look like this, and this is all according to Schefter. It looks like the Browns are going to get Deshaun Watson and a 5th-round pick. The Texans are going to get 3 1s, a 3, and a 4. 3 1s, a 3, and a 4. So no second-round picks. So the draft capital is 3 first-round picks, but it's not as significant as we had thought when we were thinking it was going to be picks, 1s, 2s, players. 3 1s, a 3, and a 4. Now, the reason, competitively, this is terrible. It's a terrible decision for Deshaun Watson. Competitively, he's going to a bad team that now has no first-round picks for the next 3 years. They're also giving up a 3 and a 4. So without any first-round picks for the next 3 years, going to a bad team, this is just a terrible decision. You're going into that division now with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati coming off a Super Bowl appearance. Who knows what the Steelers will be post Ben Roethlisberger? We'll see. But the Ravens obviously are always a competitive team, and they've got an MVP in Lamar Jackson, and they've supplemented already in this free agency. We know they've added Marcus Williams. And then that's not even counting Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert and Derek Carr, who now has Devontae Adams with, like, the AFC's a monster. I mean, Deshaun Watson's going to do nothing in Cleveland, at least not for 3 years, until they can build some semblance of a competitive roster around him. So competitively, it was a terrible decision. But financially, I totally understand it from his perspective to take the $230 million. For the New Orleans Saints now, Jameis Winston is their guy. Now it's about moving forward and trying to see if you can maximize the potential that you've seen in Jameis Winston. For the Atlanta Falcons, they've got a tough spot as well, because you restructured Matt Ryan, who's been a declining quarterback, and you have to make a decision on him now moving forward and what that's going to mean for this division, as everyone's trying to catch Tampa now with Tom Brady back for another season. But what we know is that it appeared to be a foregone conclusion that Deshaun Watson was going to be in the NFC South. Not only is he not in the NFC South, he's not even in the NFC. He's in the AFC, now playing for the Cleveland Browns. What's next for Baker Mayfield? Another big question out there. So this massive domino that needed to fall to set off the chain reaction has now fallen. What does that mean for everything else? That's where the conversation continues to go. But Deshaun Watson is going to Cleveland. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.